Imagine this. It's Monday morning, but for the first time in 40 years, you don't have to rush to work. You wake up, pour yourself a cup of coffee, and sit on the porch, finally embracing the freedom of retirement. But then, a sinking feeling hits. You open your bank account, glance at your retirement fund, and your heart drops. The numbers don't add up. The savings you spent decades building? It's not enough. You grab a notepad and start calculating. Housing costs, food, healthcare, bills. The more you add, the worse it looks. You'll barely make it through a few years. And then, the worst thought crosses your mind. Will I have to go back to work? The truth is, this moment of panic happens to millions of retirees. Not because they didn't work hard, but because they didn't maximize their savings while they still had time. But you still have time. The IRS just increased 401k contribution limits for 2025, giving you the chance to add thousands more to your retirement fund. This is your opportunity. But here's the reality. Most people won't take action. They'll hear this news, think, I'll figure it out later. And in a few years, they'll be the ones stressing over money instead of enjoying their retirement. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to take advantage of these changes, so you can retire comfortably and stress-free. Let's get into it. Meet Linda. She's 60 years old, has worked since she was 22, and has been planning to retire at 65. For years, she contributed a small percentage of her salary to her 401k, thinking it would be enough. But then life happened. She helped her kids pay for college. She had unexpected medical bills. The cost of living kept rising. Now, at 60, she looks at her retirement savings, $150,000. It should feel like a lot, but when she calculates what she'll need, she realizes it's far below the recommended $500,000 to $1 million for a comfortable retirement. She panics. At this rate, she'll have to work until 70, maybe longer. She calls her best friend Susan, who retired comfortably last year. Susan, how did you save so much? I feel like I'm too late. Susan chuckles. Linda, you're not too late. You just need a strategy. Have you heard about the new 401k limits? And just like that, Linda realizes she has a second chance. If Linda maxes out her contributions for the next 5 years, here's what happens. $34,750 per year for 5 years equals $173,750 added to her retirement savings. If she invests wisely and earns an average 7% return, her balance grows to $220,000 plus. But that's not the full picture. Let's consider the compounding effect of her investments. In the first year, her $34,750 contribution grows by 7%, earning her about $2,432 in interest. Now, she has $37,182. In the second year, she adds another $34,750, and the total balance of $71,932 grows again by 7%, earning her $5,035 in interest. By the fifth year, her contributions and investment growth combined could push her savings well over $240,000 to $250,000. Depending on market performance, that's an additional $70,000 to $80,000 more than she would have had if she didn't act. Now imagine if she started just 5 years earlier, her retirement account could have been worth over $400,000. The takeaway? Time and contributions matter. The earlier you start, the bigger the impact. Now, meet James. He's also 60 but keeps contributing just $10,000 per year like he always has. After 5 years, he only adds $50,000 to his retirement fund. Without the benefits of maxing out and investing, his savings grow at a much slower rate, reaching only about $65,000 in the same time frame. His contributions lack the compounding power of larger deposits and higher returns, meaning his growth potential is significantly lower. Even if he continues saving at this rate for another 5 years, he would still fall short of the retirement security Linda has achieved. By the time Linda enjoys her well-earned retirement, James might find himself struggling with increasing costs and limited financial freedom, regretting not taking action when he had the chance. Compared to Linda, he's missing out on over $100,000. The lesson? Taking advantage of these new contribution limits now can change your financial future. So, how do you make sure you don't leave money on the table? Step 1. Review your current contributions. The first step to maximizing your retirement savings is understanding where you currently stand. Log into your 401k account or talk to your HR representative. Check how much you're contributing now and determine if you're taking full advantage of employer matching. Are you leaving money on the table? Many employers match contributions up to a certain percentage. For example, if your employer matches 50% of contributions up to 6% of your salary and you only contribute 4%, you're missing out on free money. If possible, increase your contribution to at least meet the full match. This is essentially doubling part of your savings at no additional cost to you. Now, ask yourself, can you afford to contribute more? Even small increases, like 1% more of your paycheck, can add up significantly over time. Run a projection on your retirement account to see how higher contributions affect your long-term savings. Take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you reviewed your retirement goals? Are you on track, or do you need to adjust? Let us know in the comments what challenges you face when trying to save for retirement. Log into your 401k account or talk to your HR representative. Check. Are you contributing the maximum amount possible? If not, figure out how much more you can afford to put in. Step 2. Increase your contributions, even just a little. If you can't max out right away, start small. If you increase your contributions by just $100 per paycheck, that's an extra $2,600 per year. Now, consider the power of compounding interest. That extra $2,600, if invested wisely with an average 7% annual return, could grow to $14,500 in just 5 years. Over 20 years, that same small change could add over $100,000 to your retirement fund. The key here is consistency. Even if you can't contribute an extra $100 per paycheck, start with $50 or even $25. It all adds up over time. What small expense could you cut to make room for this contribution? Maybe fewer takeout meals, unused subscriptions, or a slight adjustment in discretionary spending. Think of it this way. Every dollar you save now is a dollar working for you in retirement. Over 5 years, that's $13,000 more saved, not including investment growth. Step 3. Cut unnecessary expenses and invest the difference. Think you can't afford to save more? Here are some easy ways to free up extra cash. Cancel unused subscriptions. $50 per month saved equals $600 per year. Evaluate all recurring charges. Do you really need all those streaming services? Cut back on any that aren't essential and redirect those funds into your savings. Cut back on takeout. $200 per month saved equals $2,400 per year. Consider meal prepping or cooking at home more often. Not only is it healthier, but the savings can add up significantly over time. Drive your car longer. Save $5,000 plus over 5 years. Instead of upgrading to a new car every few years, consider maintaining your current vehicle for longer. The money saved from not having a car payment can go directly into your retirement fund, growing with interest. Even small adjustments can add tens of thousands to your retirement. Fast forward to 10 years. Linda is now retired, sitting on a balcony in Italy drinking espresso. Her savings strong, her stress gone. Meanwhile, James, he's still working, not because he wants to, but because he has to. The difference? Linda made the choice to take action when she still had time. James didn't. Which future do you want? Here's your challenge. Log into your retirement account today. Check how much you're contributing, and if you can, increase it. Even just a little. Your future self will thank you. And before you go, drop a comment below. What's your biggest retirement concern? Let's chat. This is Silver Purpose, helping you retire with confidence. Remember, purpose never retires, and your next chapter is your best chapter. See you in the next video.